Now this is stuff I can respect when we get to see both Magna and Luck going in, not even giving up. It's like, yeah, we know we've got fucking goals to the past, we know that we ain't like the strongest, but god damn it, we are gonna give it like our all. And also as well, being the first people in the actual series to do a combination magic attack, which is fucking awesome. I love just at the start of the chapter that like all the guys, like the eyes of the Midnight Suns, like yeah, give me more, I want to see more of this shit. And it's just like Luck's like, hey, you know, you do the same attack just you did, like I want you to do that again, I need to see it. And he's like, oh, you're gonna copy me? Alright, I'll give that. It's like, you know, I'm gonna give you a bit of despair and all that until I take your life. Luck immediately going in, fucking jumping in, trying to punch him straight in the chest with the lightning gauntlets and boots, and he's just like, oh yeah, you know, I think like you're quite open at like, you know, why you're going to attack, and he's like, oh yeah, you know, you got that speed keep up and all that, but however though, it's like I can like, however that just didn't even phase him whatsoever. It's just like he punched him straight in the chest of lightning. It's like what did you just burn my fucking hair off? Like what would you expect him to do, Luck? It's like nothing you can do. He just punches him just straight at him. It's just like, and whilst this wasn't entirely happening, I'm quite like glad that we're getting a little bit of like, you know, a little bit in the past about like the two of them, how they met. It's like, and he's like, oh, you're Magna, right? I'm Luck, nice to meet you. And he's like, oh, I got some fresh meat and all that, like I'm gonna beat the shit out of that. This is the psychopath like that. And like I like it, like immediately the first thing that he has on him, and it's just like you get to see Magna, it's just like, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like give him a little bit of grip like that, a little bit of the grip on the hand just to show that like you can't push me around, and just electrocutes him. And it's like, you know, ever since like, you know, like immediately when this guy joined, like he was like, this guy was always playing pranks on me, he was always doing bullshit, he, like even during like missions and all that, he was always like an asshole like throughout this. But it's like, and even though he's like, yeah, but regardless of what, he's got like the best battle sense out there is out of everyone there, and he came back from that dungeon mission and he got even better. And it's like, you pissed me off, Luck, and all that to no end, but like you're my first like rival, but it's like, god damn it, I'm gonna let you leave me behind. Falls on fire, baseball bat goes fire, mate, grand slam goes in, like fucking hitting him with like a bunch of fireballs at the same time. He's like, let's see if you can handle this, you piece of shit. He's like, oh, no, it's good, like, you know, Magna, you're doing real good, man. And it's like, even like when you get to it, which is the funny thing, is that in the same chapter you get to see that, or like his perspective of like how he saw like Magna in that one, and Luck's just like, you know, my instincts like told me that you develop into something real fun, and that you would go out, you know, we'd always mess around, you'd always come back at me with your might and all that. And it's like, you progress and all that, and I've come to realize that you were my first real friend in this group. You were the first person I had at my rival. It's just like, oh, you know, that's real good, like you know, he's got Magna, that's real good, but you still gotta keep pulling that up there. And just the guy just like, is it really, you guys done fucking like playing around, motherfuckers? You still got that stuff going on? And just, I love that. It's like, regardless of what, like, Luck and, like, Magna are getting their fucking asses handed to him by this guy. And he's just like, the weak way despair is stronger to, like, devour them. And he's just like, despair? Like, I ain't feeling that right now. If I ever felt that, I'd be too damned ashamed, like, myself to stand in front of Asta like that. Going in, I was like, I loving this each second. And that's like, try this on our full-powered magic attack. Both of them bloodied up, going in for the attack. And it's just like, full point blank range attack, and it was like both of them go magic combination, fire and lightning exploding, boom, just right in that motherfucker's chest. And I'm like, I'm glad, because like everyone's getting their time to shine, and I love it. And we know it's like, you know, Magna, like they're having a real rough fucking time. I mean, going against that, I mean, like if you think about it, if they had like the magic knight, like the old man's son that was having a fucking like, who got his ass handed to him, then obviously you think like, oh, Luck and like Magna, I don't think they're gonna have a great time with that. And even with like, you got like both like Asta going in with like Kyato, like saying like, we need to deal with this stuff. And interesting enough, like he was like, oh, this is some very interesting stuff, because like Kyato is actually able to sense like what kind of type people are. So he's like, oh, there's a fire and lightning dude and all that. And he's like, yeah. Asta's like, oh, I know who those guys are. Those dudes are crazy, but what they're reliable. They're good friends. And it's just like, even with that, it's just like, all with like everything that's going throughout it is just like, you know, like you got to learn how to go into a trance and all that. Like with that, it's like when Kyato's doing his dance, it's like after a while I unconsciously go into a trance-like state, and when I'm like that, my opponent can barely keep up with me. He's like, I just, you know, forget about everything just disappears. And just like, and the way that just Asta just tries to do it, he's like trying to enter a trance, it's just it's just like, I was pissing myself at that point. It's like, really, I don't think that's how it works. But regardless of what, Asta arrived and he's seeing, like, you know, like Magna, he's seeing Luck, and just seeing his fucking friends after all of that, it's like, he had, like, that fucking piece of shit at the end of the day, how they, like, after everything, it was like, having to use his magic to even, like, you know, take that attack, and that shook him up a bit. Like, that was the thing. It's like, both of them combined their magic, it was like, oh, that's actually, you know, kind of getting to me. So, like, but people that can, like, unlike Asta, who's got the advantage of, like, being able to, like, you know, cancel out magic, it's like, these guys can, and this guy can do defensive armor, he can do offensive armor, like, speed, like, this guy is fucking crazy, and that they even got him to shake up a little bit and, like, you know, like, injured him a little bit. It's like, you know, you guys are insects and all that, and it's like, really? That's all you could do? And just Asta coming in and it's just like, yeah, like, yo, I'm here to fucking, you know, whoop your ass, motherfucker, like that. You know, they passed the torch on to me, and it's like, you know, they're my senpai. So a very awesome ending to the chapter, like, him just going in, getting him a fucking taste of his own medicine, slicing them with the two swords. It's like, I really do like how he uses, like, this style, though. It's like, you know, obviously he's going to be using the, like, the anti-demon sword and his anti-magic one, like, side by side. I love it because he uses his big, massive sword as his defense style, then obviously he uses his absorbing one to actually use that as his offense, and I love that. It's because regardless of what, it's like, he isn't just going to keep using that as his just main fucking way of attacking and defending. He's like, he's going to use that, like, as the best way to use it. Like, I've got to protect my friends, but at the same time, I've still got an open hand to go in and attack people. I think it was a really great chapter. I'm really glad that we finally got a little bit more on Magna, because that was, like, the one character that we hadn't had a lot of time for a while. I mean, Luck only had this moment during, like, kind of one of the first two dungeon arcs that we had, and then, like, now, like, Magna is, like, he had that tiny chapter to himself, obviously, when he was with their, like, all that Mist Village stuff going on, but I'm really glad now, after everything, like, he had that moment and finding out about the two of them. I'm really glad that we finally had, like, this friendship little moment with them, and just that the two of them, for the first time doing the combination magic, I thought that was fucking awesome. I love, that's my thumbnail, I don't give a shit. That was an awesome fucking scene from the two of them, and I have to respect that. Like, you know, they're going after, like, one of the Eyes of the Midnight Sun motherfuckers, and this is what you get. So, honestly, I cannot wait for chapter 65, and just every week that passes by, we're a little step closer to getting that volume 1, and, like, I know a lot of people, like, have asked, like, am I doing anything with that? Yes, I want to do an unboxing, and I want to do a volume review on that. I might add the two together, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with that, but we'll have to wait and see, but I can definitely tell I will be doing something with that volume review. Like, you know, I do want to do that, especially since, you know, it's Clover, and I want to build as much, you know, like, hype and popularity for it as, like, possible, like, because I know I've gotten people into, like, checking out the manga for this, and I definitely want people to be picking up when it comes over here, because it's a sale, and it deserves it, and I really hope that it makes it onto, like, the New York bestsellers. Like, if it at least gets into the top 10 of that, like, I'm gonna love it. Like, that's gonna be fantastic. But that's all from me, so thank you much for watching. If you love Black Clover as much as I do, you know what to hit that like, you know what to hit the subscribe. That's all from me, so I'll see you and you Clover fans next time.